Hello and welcome. Today we are talking about a sleep disorder that is as fascinating as it is misunderstood: narcolepsy. You may have seen movies or TV shows where someone suddenly falls asleep in absurd situations. But the reality is very different and, unfortunately, more complicated. Narcolepsy is a neurological disorder that alters the sleep-wake cycle and can have a significant impact on the daily lives of those suffering from it. In this video, I will explain what narcolepsy is, what its symptoms are, why it occurs, and what strategies can be used to manage it. The goal is to make some clarity about this condition and debunk some myths. So get comfortable and let's start. Narcolepsy is a neurological disorder that prevents the brain from properly regulating sleep and wakefulness. Sufferers experience episodes of intense drowsiness during the day, so much so that they suddenly fall asleep even while doing something important, such as working or driving. But it's not just about fatigue. Narcolepsy also causes an abnormal entry into the REM phase, which is where we dream. In a healthy person, REM sleep comes about 90 minutes after falling asleep. In a narcoleptic, however, it can arrive immediately, even while he is awake. There are two main types of narcolepsy. Type 1 narcolepsy is caused by a lack of hypocretin, a neurotransmitter that regulates wakefulness and REM sleep. This form is also associated with cataplexy, which is a sudden loss of muscle tone. Type 2 narcolepsy, on the other hand, has similar symptoms, but without cataplexy and with normal levels of hypocretin. So, narcolepsy is not simply having a lot of sleep, but a real problem in regulating the sleep-wake cycle. Let's talk about the main symptoms of narcolepsy and how they manifest themselves in everyday life. The first and most obvious is excessive daytime sleepiness. Imagine you always feel like you have been sleepless. No matter how much you sleep, sleep is never enough, and the feeling of fatigue does not go away. This can lead to sudden sleep, even at times when it is essential to stay awake and alert. Another very characteristic symptom of type 1 narcolepsy is cataplexy. These are episodes of muscle tone loss that occur following intense emotions, such as laughter or surprise. Some people experience only a slight drop in the knees, while others may lose control of their body completely and collapse to the ground. Hypnagogic and hypnopompic hallucinations are vivid, often frightening sensory experiences that occur at the time of falling asleep or waking. They can be visual, auditory, or tactile, and are the result of early entry into REM sleep. Another typical phenomenon is sleep paralysis. Have you ever felt that feeling of being awake but not able to move? For those suffering from narcolepsy, this is a frequent condition and can be accompanied by hallucinations, making it even more distressing. Finally, although it seems a contradiction, the night's sleep is often disturbed. People with narcotic problems frequently wake up at night and cannot get a deep, restful sleep. But what causes narcolepsy? In the case of type 1 narcolepsy, the fault is the lack of hypocretin. This deficiency is probably due to an autoimmune problem. The immune system accidentally attacks the cells that produce this neurotransmitter. Some studies suggest that viral infections or genetic predispositions may be involved. For type 2 narcolepsy, the causes are not yet completely clear, but there seems to be an alteration of the brain mechanisms that regulate REM sleep. The diagnosis of narcolepsy is not immediate and requires specific tests. One of the most important is polysomnography, which records brain activity at night to identify sleep abnormalities. Another fundamental test is the multiple sleep latency test, MSLT, which measures how quickly a person falls asleep during the day and whether they enter early into the REM phase. To confirm the diagnosis of type 1 narcolepsy, cerebrospinal fluid can be analyzed for hypocretin levels. There is no definitive cure for narcolepsy, but the symptoms can be managed with medication and lifestyle strategies. Stimulant drugs such as modafinil and armodafinil help to maintain wakefulness and reduce daytime sleepiness. Sodium oxybate is one of the most effective treatments to improve night sleep and reduce cataplexy episodes. Some antidepressants are also used to control cataplexy and hallucinations. From a behavioral point of view, it is crucial to maintain regular sleep schedules, schedule short naps during the day, and limit the use of alcohol and caffeine. We have seen what narcolepsy is, what its symptoms are, the causes and treatments. It is a complex and little-known disorder, which is why it is important to talk about. If this video has been useful, leave me a like and subscribe to the channel for more insights on sleep medicine. If you have any questions or want to share your experience, write it in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you next time.